What's going on? Ken Beckford here. And they say a man convinced against his own will is of the same opinion still. So I don't want to convince you or try to convince you that what I'm saying is the truth. I just want to lay out some scenarios for you. At one point in my life, I got to the point where I said, I need to get a job, right? I need to get a job. This working towards becoming a successful entrepreneur isn't working for me. I started to feed into the beliefs of people who were around me who never really became successful entrepreneurs. All they know is really the work life. Work, you pay your bills, and have a secure, quote unquote, secure life. However, that's never really been my style. Like, I always expected more of myself than just that. But I gave it a try, right? And I ventured off into the sheet metal arena, right? Where I was going to be what we call a tin knocker, right? I don't know if you see any tin around here. There is some, on buildings, they all have them. They all have it. And so it's like, you can make a lot of money, you just work hard and then you can make a lot of money. All right, here's one thing, right? The reason why I got into it was because I was told like, yo, the union just was opened up to blacks, right? Because for a long time it was under like the stronghold of whites, okay? And so it was like, we finally got a chance to get into this thing, so we need to get in there and make all this money. This is one of the reasons why we're messed up, is because we weren't in this industry where there's a lot of money to be made. You can learn a lot of skills and do a lot of things. I said, okay, great, sounds good. Let me go. And, much like what I do now, which is network marketing, there was a presentation, okay? And there was a week that I had to attend these classes for no pay, just a stipend of like $20 a week, if I'm not mistaken, right? So that's rough. That's rough, especially if you don't have any money. And this is the reason why I went there. It's like because I don't have any money, but I had to basically survive off $20 a week. But it's funny how people will support you to struggle in a situation like that, but will find it hard to support you when you start your own business, right? That's just something to think about. But at this presentation, the guy who was speaking, and if we want to, get into race and so forth, the guy was a white guy, right? And he was talking and he said that one of the things that may happen to you while working this job for a long time is that you may lose your hearing. I was done right there. Lose my hearing? Are you serious? Like, for me to, yes, longevity was like at the end of your term or what have you, say 30 years down the line, you could become a million. You would make $1 million, right? That's not saying like you could gross $1 million, but out of $1 million, out of all the work that you have to put in, everything that you have to buy, everything that you'll be getting, basically, because you'll be dedicating your life to this work, you'll be lucky to see a quarter of that after, say, 30 years of that kind of work, right? So that did not really move me. What moved me to really not focus on doing that type of work was the being deaf. Like, who wants to be deaf, just because, I could possibly make $1 million after working 30 years, waking up 5 o'clock in the morning and coming home. And I was actually doing it. I was doing it for a little while, but I found myself very miserable. I found myself falling asleep at the kitchen table, like eating after coming home from work, falling asleep at the table, going to sleep, waking up. I had no problem really like getting up 4 or 5 in the morning and getting out there to go to work. But I had a problem with like falling asleep at the table 7, 8 o'clock at night, and then realizing that I really could not do anything other than prepare to go back to work the next day. That was not a life that I was planning on living. So after a few days of bumping my head and working on this roof of a church, like bumping my head on the scaffolding, even though I had a hard hat on, I was through. I was done with that life. I couldn't do it anymore, And I say all that because now that I'm in network marketing and the founder of the company is a white man, I find that a lot of black people say that they can't work in in network marketing or in many other arenas for that matter, because it's continuing to make the white man rich. Here's my thing. Network marketing, in my opinion, is the great equalizer. And I say this because when I was a young chap, right, in my late teens, around there somewhere, there was a man speaking at a huge meeting. It was like a convention for a company that I had joined. I don't even know what company it was, because I was young and I saw this industry when I was younger, and it intrigued me, and I got with the leaders that I was connected to, and they took me to this meeting, and I remember that statement solely, that this industry is a great equalizer. And I believe that. Why? Because I had gotten results. I went out, I did what they told me to do, and I started to get results, right? Residual income was started to come to me. Checks started to come to the house. So I was saying to myself, this thing really does work. And if I put more work in, I will make more money and residual income. So eventually I'll be able to live off the works that I did one time, right? So it made sense to me. It clicked, right? I wasn't thinking about me making the white man rich, right? I'm thinking about me putting my family in a position to not have to break their backs like they have been doing for the last few hundreds of years. That's how I looked at it. So now that I'm in a company that pays a lot better than the ones that I were in ever, I'm saying to myself, wow, let me show this to some people. And I show this to some people, and they're saying like this: oh, well, we need to be working in our own arenas and our own this and our own that, right? But what do you own, right? Do you own the internet, which is the fastest way to make money today, the most efficient way to make money today? You don't own the internet. You don't own the majority of social networks that has billions of people on there too, right? Like, say, for instance, Facebook. Like, I've made more money off Facebook in a day than I've made working at a regular job for 2 weeks, right? Income disclaimer, I'm not guaranteeing that you will do that, but I'm just giving you a scenario of what has happened with me and what I try to show others. But because the companies in most parts are white owned, you don't want to do it. So you rather stay broke, or you rather try to communicate with other people who don't have the amount of money or resources to actually create the financial stability that you're looking for, or the financial freedom that you're looking for, or the time freedom that you're looking for. It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm going to continue to work with the people who I work with, because the people that I'm working with, regardless of their skin color, they are about helping you succeed. They're not thinking about your skin color, okay? It's not about your skin color. It's about what's inside here. It's about what's inside here. It's about what's inside here. And it's about you getting that bullshit out of your brain to know that whatever industry you work in, 9 times out of 10, is going to be ran or owned, or the quote-unquote white man is going to have some money in it, because he's more likely focused on getting money, right? So get that bull crap out of your brain. I said shit enough already for the video. Focus on what your core values are. And if you're not working in an industry or with a community or with those that you love to create the group economic situations that you're looking for, don't come to me telling me, oh, I must work with people just because of the color of their skin. Because people of the same color have been destroying each other since you can remember, okay? And I don't even want to get too deep into that. Maybe in the comments we could get into that. But I just want to keep it level right now. Get focused and find out what your core values are, and let's make it happen. Because that's what I'm doing, and that's who I'm working with. People who are looking to continually help people make more money than they could ever imagine, so that way they can have the life of their dreams. With that said, my name is Ken Beckford, Mr. Win411.com, Mr. KickTheAlarmClock.com, KennethBeckford.com, TheBrooklynBlogger.com, because to me it's about internet real estate. So click the link above, below, on this side or that side, and connect with me. And leave a comment and share this video with others who think they got something to say about something. All right? 1.